Hello everyone, I am Mary Rose Tissue and I am about to tackle about the country of the Gambia. The Gambia is the country in Western Africa situated on the Atlantic coast and surrounded by the neighboring country of Senegal. It occupies a long narrow strip of land that surrounds the Gambia River. The land is flat and is dominated by the river, which is navigable throughout the length of the country. It is officially the Republic of the Gambia is a country in West Africa. It is the smallest country within the mainland Africa and is surrounded by Senegal, except for the western coast on the Atlantic Ocean. And this is the national flag of the Gambia. The national flag of the Gambia consists of three horizontal red, blue, and green bands separated by two thin white fimbriations adopted in 1965 to replace the British blue inside defaced with the arms of the Gambia colony and protectorate. It has been the flag of the Republic of the Gambia since the country gained independence that year. It remains unchanged throughout the Gambia's 7-year confederation with Senegal. Banjul is the Gambian capital and the country's largest metropolitan area. It has an area of 10,689 square meters or 4,127 square meters, with a population of 2,173,999 estimated as of the 2020 census. Next is the economy of the Gambia. The economy of the Gambia is heavily reliant on agriculture. The Gambia has no important mineral or other natural resources and has a limited agricultural base. About 75% of the population depends on the crops and livestock for its livelihood. Small-scale manufacturing activities featured the processing of peanuts, fish, and animal hides. The Gambia is a very small and narrow African country with the border based on the Gambia River. The country is less than 48 kilometers wide in its greatest width. The country's present boundaries were defined in 1889 after an agreement between the United Kingdom and France. Next is the Gambia history. Gambian history before the arrival of Europeans has been preserved to some degree in oral traditions. Its history is close tied to that of neighboring Senegal, since it was only in the late 19th century that a distinction was made between Senegal and Gambia. Until that time, the region is often referred to as Senegambia. The Gambia culture. The Gambia has long been home to several different ethnic groups who have maintained their individual cultural traditions. As such, the country has a rich heritage in the past. Blacksmiths, goldsmiths, leatherworkers, weavers, textile dyers, and other artisans were found in all of the region's societies. Next is the national symbol of the Gambia. As you can see, this is the national coat of arms of the Gambia. The Gambia's coat of arms showcase two lions holding onto an axe and the symbols of agriculture in supporting a shield. A heraldic helmet rests above the shield, and an oil palm. The national motto of the Gambia is progress, peace, prosperity is displayed on the ribbon below. Next is take a trip toward its natural history of Gambia. This is the Albert Market. Albert Market is named after Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert. Albert Market is situated at the capital of Banjul. It buzzes with activities from as early as 8 in the morning to 7 p.m. The market is well known for ethnic fabrics, wooden masks, and other crafts, and fresh produce from neighboring villages and towns. And this is one of their tourist destinations is Wasu Stone circles. Wasu stone circles are on the UNESCO World Heritage List as they can date back to 3rd century BC to 16th century AD. They are part of the Senegambian stone circles, which are believed to be ancient sacred lands for burial. And one of their events are large festivals such as Banjul Demba Cultural Festival, which also known as Banjul, which usually held in the first week of the new year, January. The Banjul Demba Cultural Festival kicks off with a parade around the city. This is long-standing display of cultural and traditional renaissance from colonial past, features various displays, arts, dance, and music performances. Next is the traditional Gambian food and drinks. The famous food of Gambia is Domoda. Domoda is one of the most popular food in Gambia. This peanut-based dish is probably the most cooked dish in the Gambia and comes served with a white rice. Domoda is made from peanuts with tomato paste, mustards, black pepper, and onions. Next is Wunju juice, a delicious and refreshing non-alcoholic drink made from the dried hibiscus or sorrel, flour, and sugar. Next is the Gambia's language. The Gambia is a former British colony and the official language is English, but there are also several tribal languages including Mandinka, and Wolof. Educated in English, most Gambians are at least bilingual. Next is the religion. The Gambia is traditionally very tolerant of all religious creeds and belief, and while the country is predominantly Muslim, with up to 90% of the population practicing the basic tenets of Islam, it is essentially a secular country that prides itself on its broad-minded acceptance of all faiths. Lastly is the additional interesting facts. In Gambians, during elections, Gambians vote using marbles. In a private booth, voters are presented with holes in the ground marked with each candidate. They then simply drop their marble into the hole they choose. That's all for the Gambia country. Thank you.